automation. It's this esoteric, amazing, out of this world thing that almost everyone talks about in the productivity and business community. But what apps are actually good for it? Well, it's a good thing I'm here, so I can tell you. I know everything about apps, right? That's my shtick. The first one I want to jump into is Zapier. So Zapier is an application that I use right now, and it does have a lot of awesome purposes to it. I use it for my Notion consulting, onboarding, and it really does allow me to have a lot of things roped in. It helps me with tracking billable hours, having form submits and discovery calls, have automated emails send out in response, have Slack messages sent out to me indicating that content is posted on the various platforms I have, and even takes my clients through the entire onboarding and offboarding process of working with me in Notion. The pricing on this is decently expensive, but just a reminder, $20 a month, for example, for a lot of people works. It's what I use as someone who is the platform pretty robustly. And I just got to say, if it's saving you at least an hour in a month, it's breaking even. So there is nothing wrong with utilizing a robust platform like Zapier, in my opinion. For free, you can use single-step zaps, but the multi-step zaps are really game changers. It can improve your workflows and make you get back hours and hours of time you would have spent manually doing things. And these higher level plans work really well for companies too. Now, the next one I have is Make.com. This is an application that very similar to Zapier in the sense that it has the majority of steps for people baked out, and it's got a lot of integrations. It doesn't have the same kind of builder and can actually be used more robustly. So Make is more like the coder friendly type of option, whereas Zapier is like the plug and play type of option. Like for example, if you look at one of these, it's just a little bit more advanced and you can route things in different directions. You can't have like this routing option and the cheaper plans in Zapier. But in Make.com, you're able to do more advanced things for a lower price. And honestly, the pricing on this is better, but there are more connections to Zapier than Make. Cheap apps that aren't as well known will be connected with Zapier. Apps that are more mainstream will be connected with Zapier and Make. And the $9 a month gives you way more operations than you get, but operations mean whether the thing fails or not. And Zapier is only whether it works. So just a note, 10,000 is probably more than you get out of the 750, but it's not as crazy different as you might think. I actually recommend that you usually go with the core option, and if you need more steps, just go to the 20,000. Pro is a little bit overkill for a lot of people. I think maybe for companies it works, but this is an awesome setup. It has so many different ways that you connect it. I have actually utilized it to, for example, if you're a Notion user, you definitely want to go with this over Zapier because you can actually make recurring tasks in it. And this is my setup to making recurring tasks in it because it utilizes the relation property, the page content, and the icons a lot better. And you actually can't even edit relations or icons in Zapier's automation. A couple side notes on the other applications, as those are the two main ones I recommend. If this, then that is another one. It's IFTTT. I think the naming on this is funny. I think the whole vibe of this app is pretty funny. The plans that you get on this, it's $2.50 a month for 20 different applets, $5 a month for unlimited applets. And it doesn't have as robust of a platform as Make or Zapier, but it's cheaper. So I definitely go with this option if you're looking for cheap ones. And then the next one I want to talk about is actually the Apple Shortcuts app. Now, if you look at the guide that they have on here, you'll notice that they usually talk about the iOS, but you can actually use the Apple Shortcuts app on your iPad and actually Mac. It's very similar to what you can use with like Power Automate for Microsoft, which is its competitor and the other side of this conversation, but it's free. It does a lot of really great stuff where you can have these actions then turn into other set automations. I have used Power Automate a little bit, but the nice thing about these Apple Shortcuts is they actually have more of a purpose for like personal use. I know for me, I have a morning wake up and bedtime wind down routine all functioned into my phone. I've made a video on this before, but I gotta say, utilizing the free options you have on Mac and PC or your Windows devices and your Android devices for automation are really nice. They're very easily shareable with the Apple Shortcuts app, which is really cool. And when it comes to Power Automate, if you get like the premium plan and the online version, it's got a very similar vibe to what Zapier is like on the premium plan. So that whole ecosystem can be just completely Windows, and that's actually pretty nice. But I gotta say, Apple and Microsoft actually do a really good job to help you out for free within here. Just like I do a decent job of helping you how to improve your productivity even more with videos like this.